Are you hearing all this craze about GLP-1, but you don't quite understand it? Or maybe you're hesitant and scared of what you've been hearing, but you're also curious because you would like for it to help you with your health and weight loss goals, especially if you're after the age of 40 like I am. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you understand what all the GLP-1 craze is about and how the GLP-1 can affect you positively and negatively, and what the different options are. It can be so confusing on you achieving your health goals. So before we get into that, I want to help you understand what's really important about GLP-1, and that is it's actually something we create in our body. It's a hormone made in our body already, and I don't think most people realize or know that. So GLP-1 stands for glucagon like peptide 1. And again, it's a hormone we produce in our intestines, and it plays a really important role when it comes to our health, specifically our blood sugar levels and helping with our appetite. It also helps our body feel full faster, and it gets released after we eat to really help with those two main things I just mentioned. So this is a natural occurring bodily function that already exists in the human body. And again, I don't think people realize that. So just like a lot of things, as we age, that hormone becomes deficient. So depending on the person, because every single person is different, you can notice overeating or having blood sugar spikes throughout the day. I know that's what I've noticed over time. This is important to know, and I'll explain that in a bit. But now, what has created such the craze and rave around this whole GLP-1 receptor and antagonist, which are the medications you probably heard of, like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. There's also the compounded versions like semaglutide and tirzepatide. These agonists have been around for a really long time. Again, something that I don't think most people know. These are medications that have been used for a long time, originally for treating diabetes patients. They go all the way back to 2005, so almost 20 years. And what's happened over the last couple of years that's created all this hysteria and rave over these agonists is that pharmaceutical companies have now turned it into a weight loss product. So what once was used only for diabetes has now become an option for anyone really looking for weight loss. So you see all these people now publicly, whether it's celebrities, famous people, or even people you know that have struggled with weight loss their whole life, now finally able to lose weight through these medications. People are just melting away. And in the perspective of many, it comes off to be a simpler, easier solution. However, it's actually more than just getting pricked with a needle every week or several days. You're actually encouraged to do a lifestyle change with it, get movement in your body, so working out, and really making lifestyle changes, getting a good amount of protein in, because some of the side effects include muscle loss. It's really not meant to be just a super quick fix by getting a shot. And like I said, it's a whole lifestyle change with these medications. It also is recommended to be on it for at least 3 to 6 months, but also that depends on the person and their goals and where they're at in their life. The next thing I want to cover is what are the options when it comes to GLP-1 medications or even products out there. So the pharmaceutical and compound versions are injectables. So if you're someone like me, scared of needles, this might not be the best option for you. However, it is a very, very effective option. There can also be negative side effects that can make it a very unpleasant experience. Some people experience nausea, vomiting, muscle loss, and it can really make people lose their appetite altogether, and then they find themselves hardly eating, which is not a good thing either. For the pharmaceutical options, you have to go through a doctor, and get a prescription. For the compounded versions, you definitely want to, I highly recommend working with a practitioner, but you can get them at med spas, weight loss clinics, all different kinds of health clinics. All kinds of practitioners offer the compounded versions. You could even go on your own online and buy the compounded versions. You just have to be really careful because of the sources and not knowing where it's coming from. Is it legit? But also dosing yourself and how to dose yourself properly based on your body and what you need. Again, another reason I highly recommend working with a practitioner or a doctor. There's also more GLP-1 products coming out that are ingestibles instead of injectables, which is a great option for people that are scared of needles. I personally take a GLP-1 booster product. It comes in a powdered form that I just mix up with water. More on that to come in a video. Stay tuned. It's very simple. It tastes good, and I just take it once a day. And the idea of it is really to just prevent me from overeating and helping stabilize my blood sugar levels. So if you're somebody that suffers with a sweet tooth or have a sugar addiction, definitely GLP-1 ingestibles can be an option for you too. This whole GLP-1 craze has definitely made people more aware of this topic of their body and of this function that already happens in our body. It's really just giving people not only awareness, but options to start addressing the dysfunction in our body that is correlated with obesity, poor diet, and just a whole host of health issues. So I know my short time on them, it's really helped me decrease the food noise that happens in our brain, the overeating at night, which can be my biggest problem, and also the craving the sweets at night. It has really helped me a ton with that. So I can imagine how much it could really help those that are in need, especially for those of us after the age of 40, so we can start feeling good.